What's up, man? You ready for a walk? Let's go. What's up, guys? Dexter here, and thanks so much for joining me and Iroh on yet another walk. It's been a minute, and I'm glad that you decided to stick around with us because today's topic, is going to be a doozy for some of you. Because some of you have been drinking some bad tea, some orange tea. So let's get right into it. So, in case you guys have been under a rock, you know that ICE has been on a bit of a terror across the United States, snatching individuals up left and right. And it's been a lot of individuals that look a certain way, sound a certain way, because we have a lot of racism and a lot of elitism going on in the United States as of this past January. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about the cowardice of ICE and the rapid illegal detainment of those that are considered aliens here in the United States. So first and foremost, everybody talks about ICE. Everybody just says ICE, 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 ICE. But let's actually define it. So ICE stands for the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So it's a federal law enforcement agency under the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, that enforces immigration laws, customs regulations, and investigates transnational crime. So its primary mission is to protect national security and public safety by identifying and removing individuals who are illegally present in the United States. So illegally present. Let's just talk about that for a second, okay? ICE, these guys, this group, this entity, it needs a legal reason in order to detain an individual. And suspicion, hearsay, is simply not enough. So my question to each of you is, why are we currently here? We're here because of hate. I live close to a very large metro area. I'm in the metro area, but I don't live in the actual city, right? So you have these individuals that are literally setting up stops throughout the city in predominantly brown areas of town with the sole purpose of getting people and detaining them. So what you're doing, you're not actively trying to catch criminals. You're not actively out here patrolling. You are targeting communities. Here's the thing. Why don't you target some different, more prominent, more affluent neighborhoods? Why don't you go to other parts of town? You're not. Because you've been tipped off that we have a larger population of, let's just say, Hispanic or Hispanic speaking individuals in a certain location, and you're like, oh, we're going to go after them. And here's the thing. People are showing up at student bus stops. We have traffic violations that aren't really traffic violations. People are trying to go inside of hospitals, churches, etc. And California is actually trying to say, hey, there should be safe spaces. But here's the thing. If you are in the United States, you still have rights, and you have a right to due process. So my question to you is that when we have this one group right here getting targeted, my question is, who's next? Because from what we see, history shows us is that if you don't agree with this administration, you can potentially be next, even if you were once best friends. Hello, Elon Musk. We knew that wasn't going to last long. So let's talk about the attacks on immigrants at a larger scale. So let's just get down to it. Who's going to work on your homes? Who's going to prepare this food that you love so much while you hate the hands that prepared it? Who actually built this country? Oh my gosh. Was it the Brits that came over and quote unquote discovered America? First and foremost, you didn't discover anything. That's first and foremost. There were individuals here that you stole the land from, you killed individuals, and then you claimed it as your own. This entire country was built off of the backs of immigrants and slave labor. So what you need to understand is that we are dealing with Donald Trump and an administration that is unfortunately racist, elitist, and unless you are with them 100%, you are the enemy. At the end of the day, this is un-American and due process still exists, even for a criminal. So when will half of the country wake up? And see, what's funny is that some of you have the audacity to call folks that think like me woke. Meanwhile, we only have one party, one half that's banning books, trying to outlaw people based off of ideas, and tearing down the educational system. At what point does this all end? Is it when none of us have any rights left? Guys, until next time.